So
how's it going?
So what's your name, man?
Dave, I know, aka Ravin Dave on the social media circuit.
Okay, all right.
Here, South by Southwest, finally made it down. Flew out sometime yesterday and got in late last night. How's it going, man?
Hey, good. It's going
Yeah, staying with a friend of mine just outside, and just made it down to the convention area. Quite the buzz going on. You see around here. And
Yeah.
basically, what brings me here is searching for cool stuff and inspiration that'll continually help inspire myself, my company, and my clients, and bring them some new ways of returning on investment.
Great,
Just understanding what this whole social media, digital interactive buzz thing is going on.
So you know, obviously social media is huge, and a lot of people just sort of neglect or just reject embracing it. You know, what do you think about, you know?
Social media, I don't think it's not a trend, it's not a fad. It's kind of a way of life. It's a result of the next level of being connected. And so I think similar to the internet in 1999 when everyone was like, oh, the internet's just kind of here for a little while and it's not here to stay. They're like, okay. Now social media makes life easier. You're able to meet people, greet people. I think Facebook works as a great kind of conduit to that interaction, and it allows you to store contacts and it's one of those things though where Facebook's going to go the way of email at some point where you just get completely inundated with so many people, so then you're going to need a reason to kind of have little micro subsets within there to help redefine that like massive amount of friends that you may have. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what the next thing
Next step, that's everyone's question.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be though kind of subgroups of all of those friends so that you can kind of stay in close contact with the people that you need to for work.
It all ties into the niche thing, you know.
It does, you know, and on a broad level it's great because now you finally have everyone's information, and you know, how do you now process it? And it's one of those things where now we're in information overload, and just even data management is a huge industry. I mean, it's a $100 billion industry that's growing 10% year-over-year. And it's how do we manage, handle, decipher, and analyze all of this data that's now suddenly coming in and being created. So that's an area to kind of keep an eye on as well.
Excellent. Yeah, so you're from Manhattan, you said, right? And what is it exactly that you do again? I'm sorry.
I work for a promotion company. We do strategic brand development, all the way down to strategy for promotions for national companies. What that means is developing a big idea and figuring out how that idea then comes to life and then is activated through multiple different channels. So one of the things I'm looking for too is now starting to look at a lot of digital models versus traditional models, figuring out the best way to obtain the same, if not greater reach, with a greater amount of ROI, obviously less cost, or not.
That's key.
Find out. But what's the difference of sending out an FSI to across the country versus doing something through social media channels and all the different platforms? What's the cost difference? What's the return? And is there a better way to do it? Because a lot of times people just default to the traditional way of doing it as opposed to figuring out, oh, this is the new way, because the new way has a little bit of pain and there's a little bit of a learning curve involved. So it takes a while to get people's buy-in to do something differently. So,
and
figure out.
A lot of people are still about tangibility, I guess, but that's changing, definitely.
I don't know if the tangibility is changing. I think it's just our perception of what's tangible. For instance, the iPhone obviously is a great device and platform. But for instance, like, let's just think about when you go to the store, you go to CVS or you go to Dwayne Reed and you get your card. They give you these little cards, you put them on your keychain, put one in your wallet. You have a bunch of these things, and that's your shopper's reward. Well, I don't need the actual tangible piece. I just need a picture of the barcode. So
Yeah.
now I can pull up my phone and have all of them stored in there, and they can just scan my phone, and it's 10 less things that I need to carry on me that are all in one location. So it's still tangible. It's just your perception of how you hold that item is changing. So
Good point. Good point.
I think there's that kind of barrier. So
All right.
yeah.
Good stuff, man. All right, one just last lighter note kind of thing. How do you like Texas? What do you think about it?
You know, I love Texas because everything in Texas is big. You know? And
Yeah, we like to.
in this
say that
conference,
too.
There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of buzz, a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And coming out of it are a lot of big ideas.
Yeah.
And so I think Texas is naturally the best place. Especially here in Austin, there's kind of that mix of culture and music, and slightly to the left, and it's all the way down to Texas.
Yeah.
So it's away from California, away from New York.
Fairly centrally located, anyways.
You know, I was actually supposed to try to hop a plane over to Vegas later in the week for an activation we have with Captain Morgan. Check it out, bracketmaster.spike.com. Go on, upload your brackets. You can win a trip for you and 5 of your buddies to the Spike Guys Choice Awards coming up at the end of the summer. Go check it out. But we're activating in Vegas, and I thought it was just a 5-minute, hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's almost the distance it is to Vegas that it is from here back to New York.
Wow, yeah.
So I was wrong. My geography was a little off, but thank God for it.
Yeah, thank God for the iPhone, right?
Absolutely. But hey guys, good luck with everything. Check me out. Find me at Ravin_Dave, RAVIN_Dave on Twitter.
All right.
Good luck, and hope to see you guys around.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Cheers.